Hi, I am back on YouTube. Buy Trigger Club members. Yes, it's me, Alex Ko on Family Investments. Energetic, I feel excited. Market is going really bad. The last time I was here, 145 days ago, when August the 5th, where we had the Japanese yen carry trade over crash Black Monday. And guess what? 145 days later, I am here explaining the 27th of January market crash. Is this a worry? Deepseek or deep shit? That's what we want to discuss today. Because end of the day, everyone's portfolio has been impacted. Mine last week up 15%. And today up 1%. I've lost 14% wipeout. It's normal, you're not alone. Anybody could predict what's going to happen this week. If you told me, yes, I knew everything, I hedge, I develop, then you're lying. Unless you're a short seller, like my friend Ron on Twitter. I believe him because he short sells the market. That's his job. But if you tell me that you have managed to swing, fine, well done to you, but luck. Anyway, I'm not going to speak about people's performance. I'm here to discuss about the market. So let's go to the presentation now. Stock Market Watch. Yes, it's the very first episode, which I normally show to the club members, but because of this event, I needed to share with everyone to keep everyone calm, tell everyone exactly what's happened. So it's all about the whole Deepseek event, okay? It's all about the blast about maybe perhaps American technology, American AI has been overpaid. Is this a big problem? That's where we want to speak today. But before we start, you, me, we're all family investors, okay? We're not here, we cannot control the market, we cannot control the narrative, even our tweet, we can't control it, okay? So the only thing from Sun Tzu that I have learned is move unless you have to advantage, move your troops if something to be gained, fight unless the position is critical to you. So if you want to buy, you want to sell, it all depends if you're going to gain an upper hand. If you want to short, now is going to give you much. If you want to go long, look at your risk reward. Something to think about, or do nothing because you're too, perhaps you meet too late. If you want to do anything, it could have been last week or it could have been today on the dip, the buy now. So think about your move. You don't have to listen to other people. So your portfolio is your responsibility, is your own risk management. Okay, so the agenda today is what happened today, Deepseek, deep shit, hype real, what do we do? I spoke about this yesterday, but I want to go into more detail today on what actually has happened. Okay, before I begin, Buy Trigger, which I shared with a newsletter. If you're not signed up, you're missing out, alexco.me. Buy Trigger, below Value Trigger. Honestly, after that sell-off, Buy Trigger, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stocks. Valuation Trigger, maybe slightly more. But these are the pre-selected ones for the impact of Deepseek. Is this real impact on the hardware and the software? Let me go on to the side. If ever buy triggers, the number of buy triggers go to 0, it's fair market value. That means everything is on. Because what is buy trigger? Buy trigger is essentially the share price, the intrinsic value based on the valuation of the performance that's already happened. That's why we watch earnings. Valuation trigger, it's the valuation of the future forecast expected going for the next 5, 6, 7 years. So you're paying the future value. So you got a buy trigger, you value trigger, you see how far you are. If you go way beyond the value trigger, then we know something's overvalued. So the bubble is not here. This is not because of the bubble, the dot-com bubble that everybody's trying to spread fight about. But this is a healthy correction that's needed because things were a bit overhyped. Okay, so the impact of the assessment today, 1.5 trillion has been wiped out, which is the same as Spain's GDP. About a year ago, I think around about February, yes, the 20th of February, I shared that the Max 7 performed 23 to 24, 1.77 trillion, which is equivalent of Italy, Brazil, Canada combined. And today, one day, whoosh, all wiped out. That is the large scale impact. Stories are exploding everywhere, folks. I'm telling things, bringing the historical value, everything is coming out. Of course, it's a concern. You know, if your portfolio drops 10, 12, 15, 20% in one single day, anybody would be concerned. Because the last time COVID dropped, I don't remember if COVID ever hit this hard. But then again, COVID dropped like consistently for like 7 to 8 to 9 days. Will this happen? Is this a FUD? Okay, so what is this Deepseek? Deepseek. Okay, Deepseek hype is real. I must admit, the hype is real. I tried it over all the weekend. The hype is real. Deepseek, I can install the 16 billion parameter on this laptop that I'm speaking to you just now. I can run Deepseek AI LLM off the internet. I can drop my personal data, my company data, everything, but it's all stuck in this laptop, not shared, because there's 16 billion parameters sitting there trying to decipher and help me think, just like ChatGPT 01, which people now pay 200 quid for, or partially 20 quid, you get so many attempts. And now you get it all free. This is what the hype is. ChatGPT is asking $200 a month, and you can get favorable access to ChatGPT 1.0 maximum or max or premium level. But now Deepseek comes in saying, hey, we're getting a bit less parameters than you, but doing better, less power consumption, and we're using less Hopper, or they're not even using Blackwell. Apparently they only use 50,000 Hopper devices. True or not, we don't know. Many people are trying to claim, even Elon Musk saying something's not right here. So, but Deepseek, we know there's limitation. Why? Because I know somebody said it's malicious attack, but I think they dropped out because they have to shut in and not let people. Everybody was leaving ChatGPT, rushing into Deepseek, and this caused a bit of a disruption. But I was fine. My Deepseek was fine because I was offline on my laptop. So this is an advantage, pure advantage. Because at some point in time, I was worried that eventually, you know, ChatGPT LLM will go into AGI mode, and I can't use it no more because, you know, the smarter language model will be locked away by the government doors. All the billionaires will use the controllers like mimes. I'm so glad this whole OpenAI thing allows us to explore, and it looks like collective approach has just given us a new breakthrough. NVIDIA even responded saying Deepseek is an excellent AI advancement. I told you, they are positive about it. Jensen Huang, you listen to his chat every single quarter, every single month, where he goes, he's very promotive. He wants it to be out there. He wants people to develop, and I'm sure he's glad. I'm sure he'll be questioned how his Hopper chips got into China. But this is a scientific breakthrough, okay? Now he's come 3 scaling laws, pre-trading, post-trading, and now new test time scaling. The other smart guy that came out was Satya Nadella. He came out of this and everybody started jumping on the bandwagon. You know, it goes to show that people who read loads tend to have advantage. Jevons paradox. Things will get cheaper over time. More and more people explore, more and more people find out things will get cheaper, like your fuel diesel car consumption, your diesel, the batteries on your car vehicles. That's why Tesla, why drop in price, because it's starting to scale, it's starting to get more efficient. So this Jevons paradox, is it a surprise? It's not. If things get more and more expensive, it's a huge worry. If more compute, more power to produce even bigger, that's a Jevons paradox is an inverse of positivity going forward for lower cost. So I think it's a good thing. So now let's skip over and look at some charts, okay, to see, you know, is it time to buy? Is it a long way to go down? So I got a couple of charts which I want to show you. If like, I can allow me to log in, but for now maybe listen to some music while I switch over. Okay, now as you can see on my screen here, let me bring up my slides. Okay, now while I'm jumping back on this screen, NVIDIA, is it a real concern? So NVIDIA has always been performing very, very nicely on the chart. Okay, it's not being pumped higher, it's still sticking to its boundary. And now it's below its lower zone. It's close to my buy trigger of 114. I let you decide, no emotion, is it time to buy? If you asked me back then, 140, is it time to buy? 130 is time to buy. I keep sticking, saying 144, value trigger. 114 is the buy trigger. And now we're close to that. You make a decision, because the value performance until 2024 is worth $114 per share. And in the chart confirms that it's at the bottom. I'll let you decide. I'm not gonna give you, this is what I created a buy trigger for, okay? And the next one, AMD. AMD has been bouncing up and down, the over peak price, and now it's going below, and it could go even lower. But the buy trigger for AMD now is way surpassing even lower. So I know I claim AMD to be 200, but now it's going lower. Is it a buying opportunity? But now you've got two choices. You can choose between NVIDIA, AMD, it's up to you. You choose. That's why buy trigger was being created for. Broadcom. I told my club members, 250, if Broadcom ever reach, take profit. Try to take profit. It's overhyped. Why? Look at this chart. It's overhyped. Now it's back down to the top tier. Could it come lower? I don't know. I don't know. But I hope it comes lower to the buy trigger range. You see where I'm coming with? Can you see the flavor where I'm coming from? Amazon. Amazon went up today, not down. So, earnings this week, will it push it even higher? If you push it even higher, what does it tell you? It's trying to break out, or is it getting a bit frothy? Do you sell? You don't necessarily sell everything that goes a bit frothy. So you make the decision. Some stocks will go higher, some stocks go lower. That's where you buy the ones that go so lower. You don't buy the ones that raises higher. Do not chase. Same for Robinhood. I took profit, it came down, not much. I'm not expecting Robinhood to come down. I'm just taking profit to shuffle it somewhere else. This is how it works. This is how buy trigger works for me. Okay? So, what's next? Remember, we got all Deepseek drama that we see, okay? We still have got earnings this week. Wednesday, now we see the stocks coming down. Now we see all the semiconductor, the hardware all falling down. The software seem to be sustaining well, and all the software are being out. Meta, Microsoft, they're all going to be discussed. Apple, going to be discussed. How high will they go? Because these were the stocks that went up just before earnings. So we need to wait and watch. Because sometimes I feel that the drastic drop that we see today, okay, is it genuine? Is it? Sometimes I feel it's an attack. I think I'm trying to place blame on somebody, but something to watch and see. Okay, so the next thing is, for us, we're all investors, yeah, or we're all retail investors. We're not here trying to guess the market, but I really think that portfolio diversification is key. Okay, high risk stock 15%, high growth 25, staple 40. You need to build a pyramid. I know my portfolio dropped hard, but at least I've got CRM, Amazon to keep me floating, and some covered calls on my high risk to keep me floating, but everything else drops. So it keeps a balance. If I was on all pure semiconductor today, I would be easily down 25%. If I still held on my Broadcom, my Nvidia, my Micron, my AMD, if I was just playing semi, today would be such a disastrous day. I'm glad I diversified. I'm glad I told all the club members to diversify, guys. Things like this could happen. Don't act surprised when it happens, because it happens, it hits really hard. Okay, this again, the buy trigger that I really want to share. Guys, this is me, Alex Co. If you want, I'm always available on Buy Trigger Club. I'm not forcing anybody to join the club. If it helps you to level up your game, to give you more confidence, the mental preparation, this is where I am. This is how I showcase to my club members, because I enjoy what I do. I work really hard, and I want to share this openly to everyone. Hope to see you guys again next time. I really appreciate your time today. Take care. Have a good